morning. It's another Tuesday, another take and create. Again, we've got a double tag. This one's a little bit different. It's got different, this one's got like a rounded end, and this one's autumn. This one's from the summer, of summer, and you know, the sea and everything, and it's holidays, and it's just to put the rest of your stuff that you've got from your holidays. If you've just been on holiday, a lot of people go on holiday later on and they're still putting all their journals and all their tickets and everything all to one side as a memorabilia in their journals. So this is for that. So this one is, you've got your double tag. You've got two tags. They're both the same height, but one's a bit thinner than the other. You've got two pockets and you've got a ticket, and it's in the blues, the greens and the sandy colours, and I think that's great. I've got some little bits and pieces, again some old buttons that I've found. I've got some old bits and pieces of material. I've found some little butterflies that we may use. Some blue ones. You see butterflies at the beach. Might have a look at some flowers, because we've got like a little pink flower there. I've got some stamps that I might do some stamping, and we've got some little bits of scrap paper and everything, and obviously we've got some more ephemera if we need it. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to go away and I'm going to cut this out, and I'll be back shortly. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so that's it cut out now. So we've got our pockets, our tags, our ticket and our double tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crease the edges first. You'll have to excuse, I've got the printer on, printing a kit out. So all I'm doing is you've got white lines that'll guide you. If you've got a crease board, you just line it up with the line on the crease board. If not, line it up with the side of a ruler. And then you should have that's that. And then our pockets, again our pockets have white lines just to show you where to crease. I find it easy with a crease board if I just line the edge, the end one. If I try and do it there, then I'm kind of looking at different lines, where this one I've only got one line to look for, and that's what I need to, helps me. And there we are. And then fold these in. And these shouldn't go over the edge. They have been made so that they won't show over the top of the pocket. And it is card. I printed these off in 200 GSM, which I find just it's okay. For tags and for pockets. Normally I would do pockets in paper, but obviously it's on the same page, so I can't change any, unless I did it all in paper and then backed the tags. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink around the edges, and I'm going to try a gathered twig. Let's see. No, not like that one. And you'll find all the different browns have different shades. You get your favourite ones. Vintage photo is like a vintagey kind of, gives it like that vintagey photo. Obviously this is a whispers of the sea and the summer and everything, so I want it vintagey looking. And I go around all the edges, and that just covers any, you know, the white marks, the white lines, the guides for creasing the pockets. And I'm not being too neat, I'm just roughly just now the tags, that's alright, but the tags and the tickets, obviously they're going to show white on the back, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just roughly going over. It's not being smooth, you can see there's lines, it doesn't matter. It's just for you to write on the back. And we'll put that back. Now, so this, now if you want, you can have your opening that way, or you can have your opening that way. I think I'm going to have my opening that way because this is the one that I'm going to put my pockets on. And I'm putting the bigger pocket at the bottom because obviously that's got the flower on it. And if you want, you can have it that way, and you can have that one that way. You can still see the little girl, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, what's on the tag doesn't really matter, it's what you add to it. And I'm just wondering if I should have, yeah, I think I was going to put the two on the one, but I'm not. That'll go in there, and I think we'll have the two in there, and we'll have the ticket in there. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick these edges down first, and there is no ephemera to fit in the middle of the tag. That's up to you to, you know, you can do little postcards from your photographs and things like that from your holiday, little notes that you want to keep secret or anything like that. there. And then we'll bring some of this in and we'll see what we can do. So we've got that one, and we've got that one. That one I don't think we need anything, but this one we do. But I think what we'll just open that up, cut them off, and we'll see what label we're going to put on. Right, we've got some numbers, so I think we'll do there's one letter. I think that's a good one. And I'm just going to use the onyx. And just pull that. And there we are, we've got that one. And a bit of lace behind it. Yeah, quite like that. And we'll have some layers. Do we want any of this? Yep, could have a little bit of this as well. And I think we'll cut this in half. I just want some little skinny bits. Alright, hopefully this is working. Okay, so this glue I've had for a while, and it is getting a little bit gloopy and right. And then we'll just oops, and we'll just shove that in behind. And there we are. I think that's quite cool. We might have I've got a postcard stamp here, some mini postcard stamp, ideal for holiday type. And we'll just pulling this forward a bit. That's it. And I'm just going to use a piece of paper just to hide that, just so it goes behind. So the postcard looks as though it's, oh, postcard just looks as though it's been behind that one. Oop. Now I've got ink all over my hand, lovely. And there we are. So that'll do. That's it. Look at that. Lovely. Let that dry a bit. Put them in there. Put that there. Just wondering if I should try a little bit of a ticket or something. I quite like these holiday stampy ones. Now I don't want that in total black, so I'm going to use the smoky grey. So it gives it more of a faded look. So there you've got there, and put a little bit, just see it and no more. We'll try this one. And we'll put this on there. Upside down, but it's fine. So that looks as though it's like popped into the pocket. Now I am going to use this. And I am going to use the smoky grey. I am going to put this one up the right way, and it doesn't matter if it goes over. In fact, just, and there we are. So you can see, so that the stamp looks as though it's behind, and all you do is you just put a mask. If it's a fancy shape, you just stamp the shape onto a piece of post-it note and cut it out, and then put it over, and it's just an easy way to manage your stamps. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the, I call this a ribbon slider. It's an ID card. And don't know whether I want, right, so I'm going to try this one. There's a little bit of sellotape on there. We'll just take that off. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll have this at the top, and I will use the stapler and I'll leave that there, so that should be good for that. I will put a little bit of material glue just to keep it together. Now this is still a little bit wet. Right, I'm going to put we're going to put a ticket on there. So I think we're going to put a New York ticket there. Although it looks good, you know, it looks as if it's like scuffed and it's got script and everything on, and but it's nice to put a nice little ticket. So this is a New York ticket. That at the back. Can't really see it. That looks okay. So I think again we'll do the ribbon slider. In fact, what have I got here? Nope, needs to be the ribbon slider. And I'm guessing the middle. Again, I'm just bending it just to get the ink. And do we want a little we'll do them all this colour. It's like the sea green. I quite like this. Now this ribbon has a satin side and a dull side, so you put the satin side on the outside. one in there. I think what we'll do is we'll do a grommet in there. I like a grommet. And I think I might find a nice sea green grommet, and we'll see what it looks like. So that's going to go in there. Have a look. Yeah. And these I've had for years because I bought them with the crocodile and hardly used them. But I'm starting to use them now, so that goes in there. That goes in there. Clear stuff away. And I'm just wondering if we can put some little bits and pieces. I should have another little bit of this. Something it is. So I think we'll put that on the bottom of that because we've got and just tiny little bits of and what I've done is I've just inked that bit and I'm just putting it on there. That's it. And there we are. And that's all you do for that. So that's just like scraps of material, ribbon. You don't have to, you can have them just, you know, like that. Now in here you can put photographs. I don't think I have any photographs big enough. But I may have I'm going to do is I'm going to and this is like a photo mat, so we'll put a tab on it. Look for some blue ones. That'll do. So we'll just fold that over. And again we'll do a little bit of stamping. I'm just doing the onyx And it doesn't help then when you don't put your pin back in your glue. So we've got this, and we've got so that's a photo mat, but what we'll do is we'll do some now. This is glossy card, so it will take a little while to dry. Just dry it off with a and there we could just put our holiday photograph on there, writing on there, and pop that in there, and there we have our pretty little double. And obviously I showed you how to do the stamp so you can put one behind the other. It's quite easy, and you've got your journaling space. Oh, while they're still, put them two in together, and we'll have a look here. So we could put that one in there if we wanted, or we could put it on a separate page. You could have like a little hinge on there that would hinge it on. I would prefer it to be in a pocket, like that. We've got our old letter there, and our little tuck spot tags there. So that's that. I hope you get something out of that, and I hope you'll have a go. Again, it's on my Ko-fi. It's Take and Create. It's every Tuesday. There are also other freebies that you get outside my Ko-fi, and these are on my Facebook group. Not as many as what are on Ko-fi, but sometimes they will match these. There might be some ephemera and things that you can use in these pockets. But yeah, you just download it, print it out, and cut it and play with it. And I hope you have fun like I did. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.